welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I'll do the introduction again, okay? Because I couldn't hear you guys. All right, welcome in. King of the North, how are you, my friend?
G'day, Chrissy. G'day, Johnny Carlton. G'day, everybody on TikTok and YouTube. How are we doing?
Doing really well, man. Doing really well. Johnny Carlton, welcome back, man. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Welcome back.
Good to be
man.
back on the winners
Welcome
list.
back.
King,
Welcome back. Welcome back,
Good man. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, yeah. Well, you know, you're back. Back in the winner's circle, Johnny Carlton. So you must be happy about that.
We're very happy.
That's what we want to hear, guys. We do look. This is being recorded for YouTube, but we are on TikTok, guys. So people in TikTok, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It's going to be a killer show. Going to be reviewing round 23, and then we're going to give you our tips. You might hear a rant. I don't know. Is there a rant today, Johnny? No rant. There's a poem. There's a poem. It's going to be hilarious. So, yeah. So we've got a few people in the chat in TikTok. Some guys saying poor supporters of Feral. Don't worry, I will address that, Mr. Logs. G'day, King of the North is in there too. Good old Collingwood forever, Jeremiah. Collingwood supporter there. Guys, before we do start, make sure you like, share, subscribe to our channel. If you're on TikTok, come over to our YouTube channel, check it out. It is in our description of TikTok, so go check it out. But yeah, make sure you subscribe, guys. Far, where do we start, man? There's so many places to start. We'll start with Friday night.
Friday night, what a good start that'd be. There we go, Friday night.
Friday night, here we go. So, Essendon versus Sydney Swans. So, 8-11-59 to 15-8-98. It was Sydney Swans back in form. Well, they looked a bit better this time, and they got the chocolates. Essendon, yeah, the season's finished. Absolutely finished. No more Essendon. After a promising Johnny Carlton. What are you laughing at, man?
You're on fire, Chris. You're on fire tonight.
What that? Oh, Tinky, how are you, man? He's a good fella. We were on a live the other night, last week. He's a really nice guy. But anyway, listen. Essendon supported Tinky. Yeah. I think Tinky's an Essendon fan. I'm pretty sure. You guys had a promising start. You did. You guys looked like you were top two. You were top two for a while, and to capitulate the way you did reminded me of last year as well. The way you guys finished off last year, it's disappointing for Essendon, and can they improve next year? I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I was watching the game, and I thought they were on top for a majority of that first half, especially. And they just could not score. I don't know, just going forward. And then always that last kick into the 50, they just could not get right. And when you give Sydney so much time to get ready and to grab the momentum, a team like Sydney is going to make you pay, and that's what they did. So, yeah, Sydney were the winners. They look good. I applaud Sydney for coming out because they've been in bad form as well. But they put them to the sword in that second half, and they looked good again. They looked good. I'm still not sold on Sydney either, guys. I'm not sold that they're premiership favourites. I still think, they've got a few issues, but that could change in the next 4 to 5 weeks. So it's gonna be an interesting final series. King of the North. What do you think of this one, man?
Well, I'm gonna go straight and quote one of my good friends at work, who is a die-hard Essendon supporter, and we don't talk about footy if we have a loss on the Monday. And he just turned to me and said, "We are shit." So that's coming from an Essendon supporter for many, many years, and just disappointed with his team. They had everything to play for. They could have secured something in the bottom of the ladder. It was all up to them. Sydney were beatable, and they just let themselves down again week after week. So yeah, better luck next time for next year. But a lot of work to do. But it doesn't seem to. This seems to be history repeating itself. So yeah, we'll see what happens next year.
And what's sad as well, they picked up some players in the off season as well that was going to bolster them. I think Gresham out of all of them was probably the best one they picked up. Ben Mackay didn't really live up to the hype. I think he's good, but like he's just not great. And also Dersma was out injured, so I mean, what can you do when you're injured? But it is what it is. Johnny Carlton, look, you're happy to see them finish. They're gone. There's no way they can get in. How do you feel? And what do you have to say to the Essendon fans, man?
Yeah, look, obviously we know Sydney are a slow start team. They're probably the worst first quarter team in the AFL. They just can't start off right, the Swans, for some reason. But yeah, as you said, Chris C, if you give them time, they're going to come back, and that's what they did. They had plenty of time to come back into that game, and the Swans just demolished the Bombers in that second half. It was, look, the Bombers needed a better start when they did in the first quarter. As I said, that last kick into 50, just they couldn't do it, man. A lot of missed marks, a lot of missed kicks. There's problems in Bomberland. So officially done now for 2024, and the Swans guaranteed top spot of the ladder. So we all saw that coming. Even when Port Adelaide beat it by 100 points, we still saw that coming. So Sydney too good, and Essendon fans, well, Johnny Carlton's got a present for you. And it's one of the two of a poem. All right, everyone here ready to hear the poem? All right, here we go. Now, Johnny Carlton, he did some work today, so he did some work in the poem. You guys ready? All right, we're ready. It's only a short poem, so not too long. To Essendon from Johnny Carlton. You ready? 6 weeks ago, we were calling you contenders. Now, you're just pretenders. Being in the 8 this year must have been a trial, because we're waiting another 365 days without a final. Your supporters went into a shell. Actually, it was a place called hell. The players were asking you to stay, but you guys were booking your next holiday. For us, it's an enjoyment. But in all seriousness, you guys are just a disappointment. Looking at the calendar made me happy, knowing you guys won't be there in September.
That was clever, man. Very clever, and the Essendon supporters
will be proud.
The Bombers supporters will be proud, and I'm sure if you guys capitulate at the finals, they're going to have a poem ready for you too, man. So
bring it on.
Bring it on. All right. Just come a bit lower, man. You're a bit too high. Oh, that's it. Now I can see you. Yep. All right. King of the North is a sad sandwich. Watch us make the Blues year ending in the 9th. He's talking about St Kilda. Oh, geez. Let's go to the Saints. Here we go.
It's going to be on sad sandwich. Don't worry about that.
Jeez. Let's just, before we go up to the next game, are we safe to say that Sydney are finishing top? I think we are. They've got the healthiest percentage. I don't think anyone's, touching them on the top spot, so they should win them on a premiership.
We only thought that Brisbane were going to be the team that were going to knock them off, and that's not going to happen now. So
no.
So I think they've got it.
Nah, yep. Swans too good. Yeah.
Oh, they deserve it, man. I mean, they apart from the last 4 or 5 weeks, they've been the best team all year, so they deserve top spot. They deserve it. They deserve it. So, but I'm still not sold on them, guys. I'm still not sold, but. Who knows what's going to happen in 4 or 5 weeks. All right, next game, guys. We're going to go straight to the next game. Wait, any questions? Are you in a group call? Yes, we are, Lexi. Does Track get traded? I mean, we're going to talk about Melbourne now, so we'll answer that question. No, they haven't. No, they haven't.
Call? What does that mean?
I guess they mean, like, are we in a group call, like how we're on Discord now? All right, anyway.
Right. There we go.
Essendon versus Sydney, guys. We did Essendon. What am I doing? All right, Gold Coast versus...
You're on fire. You're on fire tonight, Chrissy.
Dude, I've worked 3 shifts with not much sleep.
You have. So, yeah. You have, yeah.
Gold Coast Suns Went down to the D's, Melbourne Demons, 9-9-63 to 8-9, 117. Big margin there from the Demons. Nothing to play for this game. Both teams are out of the finals. Are we getting a glimpse of what Melbourne are going to do next year? I don't know, but they absolutely annihilated Gold Coast at their home deck. Now, Gold Coast haven't lost many games over there at the Gold Coast, so to go over there and did what Melbourne did is impressive, to say the least. So, no, well done to Melbourne. Good, it's a good finish for them, and hopefully that holds them in good confidence going forward. I'm not sure what happened to Gold Coast. Did they have injuries or something? Because I didn't watch this one. Did they have injuries?
No.
No.
Yeah. Miller came back, but that was it. To be honest.
Yeah, it's just a weird like scoreline. Like you'd think they'd want to show up just for their fans, because I think, are they playing at Gold Coast again this week? I don't think they are.
No.
So their fans, I feel bad for their fans because they would have wanted to see a win, but that was a pretty bad loss. So, King of the North, what do you reckon, man? Hey, Team Cuddles, how are you, man?
I don't know about Melbourne. They've just they got knocked about a couple of weeks ago, so it's taken them a bit to recover. They've got themselves back on track with the Gold Coast, but I think the Gold Coast has just run out of steam at the end of the season. So time for a good pre-season. Bring some new players in, get a bit of experience. Maybe going to the Gold Coast if they can. If Dimmer can bring some new blood into the place, help out the young blokes, maybe that'll help. But I wouldn't say Melbourne are fantastic. I'd just say that Gold Coast have run out of steam.
Yep. All right, no worries, Johnny Carlton. What do you think of this one, man?
No. Well, as I said, I thought, look, it was a close game at the start. Gold Coast and Melbourne, they were fighting it out, but Melbourne just overtook them in the second half, and they were just clearly the better team. Gold Coast just looked stunned. They didn't know what to do. Melbourne just, as I said, Viney was on fire, Van Rooyen kicking goals. It's just, as I said, no Petrarca and no Oliver as well. So, it was a different Melbourne team this week. But, they got a win, and obviously both teams can't make finals, so it was not much on the line. But, Melbourne just said, hey, look, we're playing away one more time. Let's just show the away supporters what a glimpse of next year could look like. So, like I said, Melbourne were very impressive in that second half, and just wanted to finish off the year with a win, to be honest. Well, they got this week too, but as I said, they just wanted to just give their supporters a little bit of hope. And there was a lot of trade talk during the week about Melbourne as well, with one of their stars requesting a trade. So,
Is he going or what?
Hard to tell, mate. A bit too early now. Hard to tell.
He's pretty upset with Melbourne from the sounds of it. If what the media are saying is right, then he's pretty pissed off. So,
yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting. Who knows? I mean, it's crazy to think that these guys are contracted and they can just go. So it's contracts don't mean nothing these days, do they? But
no.
It is what it is. Team Cuddles, which is Maddie, goes, Johnny, do you need a cuddle this week, mate? Not this week.
No, he's good.
He's good this week.
65. He's good.
Can the Hawks win the flag? We will talk about the Hawks coming up, man. Up the Dogs. He's coming to the Pies. That's what Mr. Team Cuddle is saying. But, who knows, man? All good.
I got a poem about the Pies, so you Collingwood supporters, you better tune in. There's a poem about you.
Oh,
even worse than what Essendon was, so.
The bakery is open. Look out, here it comes.
Oh, no. All right. Next game, guys. We're going to go straight to the next game. GWS versus Freo. Far out. What a game this was. I did watch the ending of this. 15-11, 101 to 14-8, 92. 9-point game to GWS. They got the Chocolates at their home ground, and they look like they're on the march. GWS, the Orange Tsunami is looking unstoppable, and they look like going to be a threat come September. So they did what they had to do. I think they've sewn in a top 4 spot. So good on them. They deserve it. And yeah, but Freo, I mean, they were in the game all game. They were in front at one stage, but they just could not. They just could not get it done at the end. I thought, what's his name? Jesse Hogan. I reckon he's one of the forwards of the year. I think he's been, one of the best forwards all year round, and he's a real weapon. So they're going to be hard to beat with him in that forward line. Come finals, they're a good side, and Freo. I don't know what to say about Freo. They lose this week against Port. If they lose, they could fall out of the 8. I think they will fall out of the 8 because. Oh, I don't know. It depends what Carlton does, eh? I don't know how it works, but yeah, they could fall out of the 8, which is, it's going to be a real shame for them.
They're already out of the 8, mate. They're already out of the 8.
Oh, yeah, I know, but they could stay there. So
yes,
yeah, they could stay there. So if they don't get a move on and compete this week, then it's going to be the season over for Freo. So they've lost some crucial games that they could have won. So. Yeah, it is what it is. King of the North, what do you reckon, man?
GWS have just been outstanding for weeks and weeks and weeks now. So ever since the Carlton bashing, since that game, they've just been on fire and playing really well. They operate well as a team. Their forward line's good. Their midfield's great. Their defence is good as well. So yeah, they're definitely up there, top 4 contender, and they're going to get the second chance if they get a home game. Then they're going to be in big danger for getting a spot in the finals.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Johnny Carlton.
Look, I watched this game. I obviously I needed Giants to win just to make Carlton in the 8 this week. So I was backing on GWS, and as I said, what you guys said 7 weeks ago, they were out of the bottom 8, sitting in 10th place. Now won 7 in a row. Obviously, Hogan's locked in that Coleman spot. No one's taking it from him. So, he won it about 2 weeks ago. So, as I said, look. Hey, you've got Hogan performing. You've got other stars performing as well. I think Brent Daniels has had an amazing year as well. His last month has been amazing. As I said, they're just working as a unit. And look, Freo gave their best shot. To be honest, they fought. It was a close game, nearly all game. I think the highest margin went out to 19 points or something. But yeah, as I said, look, Freo were trying to fight for a spot in the 8, and fortunately. GWS in Sydney were just too strong. So locked in the top 4 spot now, the Giants. They're ready for September. So Freo, now it's do or die for Freo on next Sunday night against the Power. So
yeah. King, I think you got your phone too close, maybe?
Oh, sorry about that.
You can hear the feedback. It's do or die for Freo, guys. So if you're a Freo fan, this is do or die, man. And Port's going to come out. They're in good form. Port Adelaide, they're playing hard. So, but we'll talk about that game coming up in our tips. But yeah, do or die, as you said, for Freo. But GWS, well done. All right, next game we're going to go to, guys. It is Collingwood versus Brisbane. What a game. 11-13, 79 to 11-12, 78. Collingwood by 1 point. They do it again. They just know, they've got this knack of knowing how to win these close games. I thought Lockie Schutz was a star. Not a star, but he was probably the best game Lockie Schutz has played since going over there. Dacos was instrumental in that second half. He was pretty bad in that first quarter, wasn't he? But he not bad, but just didn't have the ball. But Collingwood did what they had to do. They helped Port Adelaide. I'm a massive Port fan, if you don't know. So they helped us out in that top 4. Kept Brisbane away, which is good. I mean, Brisbane can still make the top 4, but it's not Yeah, I think they can make second, which is great. So, good on Collingwood. I don't know how they did it. But yeah, they just know how to win at the MCG. It was always you always thought to yourself, oh, Brisbane, they're they're one of those teams that struggle to play there sometimes at the MCG, and they had that hoodoo last year. This year they've won a few games there, but they wanted to beat their their adversary that cost them a title, cost them the premiership last year, and they still couldn't get it done. I think Collingwood's beat them twice this year. Is that right, guys? Even in the Gabba. Yeah. So they're becoming a bogey team for Brisbane. So I'm not sure how. I mean, they must match up well against them. I don't know. I saw Danaher missed a lot. Danaher wasn't firing. There was a lot of players were not firing as well. So, but no, congratulations to Collingwood. Good win. I think you're out. You can't make finals now, but because Carlton won. So it's going to be happy days for Johnny Carlton over here. But it's a good way to end the season, and like to end it. I know you're not in the finals, but it's a good way to end it, beating Brisbane. So, you have a few players come back next year, and you can have another shot at the title next year. So, Brisbane. What can I say about Brisbane? They're still a good side. They're going to be dangerous. Don't think they won't. They're going to be dangerous come finals, and whoever has to go up to the Gabba and play them is it's going to be tough. So, I'm not writing Brisbane off yet. They're still a good side, and but they might. Every team goes through their capitulation. They went through it early. Hopefully, they don't go through it again now coming through the finals. King of the North, what do you think of this one, man?
Yeah, very good game. I've watched Collingwood quite a bit in the second part of the season, and Schultz has been in really good form for at least 4 to 5 weeks. Just been up and about, kicking goals, been there supporting his team, and playing really well. He struggles a bit in the first quarter, but then he comes good. But, he had a really good game. Dacos's goal at the end there where he just broke out of the midfield and stepped around 3 players to kick a goal, just outstanding. And, they just wanted it more. There was 3.5 minutes to go, and they just looked confident that they were coming. So there was no doubt in the coach's mind or anything. So they just kept on driving and driving and driving. And when they come as a team like that as one, then they're unstoppable. So it was the old Pies once again in that last 15 minutes or so. So well done.
Yep, 100%, man. I agree. It was a good effort. Johnny Carlton, your nemesis. You do have a soft spot for Brisbane, they choked. Oh, I wouldn't say they choked. They just dropped a game that could have really got them into that top end of the top 4, and it was a game they had to win, but they didn't. Collingwood by 1 point. What are your feelings, man?
Yeah, look, this was actually a really good game to watch, to be honest. Look, at the start of the game, Brisbane were on fire. Kicked the first 5 or 6 goals. The crowd was really into the Brisbane in the first quarter. Collingwood just couldn't get a free kick. The Lions were getting everything. The Lions just came out firing. Danaher was on fire. Lohman was on fire. But then, obviously, second quarter started, and he showed up. This superstar again. He did it again. This young superstar. He put the ball on his back, and he said, "Come on, boys, take after me." And Nick Dacos had a magnificent second quarter. Brought him back into the game, and ever since then, I thought, Collingwood just looked better than the Lions, to be honest. As I said, Danaher, look, he did quite a good things, but then sometimes he just, when he got too aggravated, he just did silly things. Give away free kicks, try to do torps down the line, just didn't work. Charlie Cameron was 1 out, went for goal, didn't work. A little bit of selfish play there, but as I said, mate, look, 18 points down. You can never count out Collingwood in those last couple minutes in a close game. They find a way. And yeah, look, Schutz, he's been in terrible form last couple of weeks. All these Collingwood fans were crying. They were asking, "Why are you in the team? Why did you come for Collingwood?" And yeah, last 5 minutes of a great fourth quarter, he kicked 2 goals, and McCreary, great goal at the end, and they win it by a point, man. And they do it in the close ones. I tell you, they love to come from behind, and they love to get the close ones. But Brisbane, as I said, it's a talking point. Brisbane Lions. Fagan's been in there for a while. They've made finals nearly every year, but they haven't gone the distance. Last year, obviously, they made the granny. They're going to be there again in September this year. Can they go all the way? I don't know, man. It's just they got to play better football. They need Rayner to spark sometimes. They can't just rely on Neil, Danaher, the likes of that. As I said, and Will Hoskin-Elliott just shut down Harris Andrews just like that. So, worrying signs for Brisbane at the moment, but I think the Lions will bounce back this week against the Bombers. But yeah, as I said, if it looks like it, I think the Blues will be going to the Gabba first week of finals. So, good luck to you, Carlton, because you do not want to verse Brisbane at the Gabba in finals, and we know that of last year. So yeah, it's going to be. We'll have to wait and find out, to be honest. But yeah, Collingwood just looked better than Brisbane in that second half. So
if it falls the way we think it's going to fall, Brisbane will play Carlton at the Gabba.
Yeah.
If it falls that way, far out. What a game that would be. Jeez, far out. Well, yeah. Look, as I said before, Collingwood, congratulations. Too good. 1 point victors. Yeah, well done. Before we go to the next game, let's go through some of these chats. And it's just, I heard Johnny say this time last week that the Eagles would beat the Blues. He has restored faith. He does have restored faith.
He jumped off. He jumped off.
He does. Yeah. He does. Actually, curious to know your opinion on Houston. We'll get to that, Callum. We'll get to that. We're gonna thoughts on the Houston knock. Yeah, we'll get to that, guys. When we review that game.
About that too, so.
Yeah,
Carlton will be in Bali in 3 weeks. You reckon? Well, obviously, there's still one more game to go, so up the power and Houston.
Yeah, all right.
Don't ignore Dragon. Don't ignore Dragon Knight Redmond.
He called you. He called you Jonathan. He called you Jonathan. Oh, jeez, these guys are funny, man. Go the Pies. All right, we're gonna go to the next game, guys. Next game. You guys are funny, guys. All right.
Let's see.
All right, next game, guys, is the game we're about to talk about, man. Far out. I've been thinking about what I'm going to say about this game because, I was there. I love my team. But I'm going to start off with a positive note because all weekend it's all been negative about the Houston thing. It's all negative. So I'm going to start with something positive. Look, if you're a Port supporter right now, right, you have to be happy of what Ken Hinkley's done. You're right. Yes, he got booed a few weeks ago, over there, but you got to remember, this guy's gone. He's top 4 last year, top 4 this year. All right? If we lose against Freo, we're still top 4. All right, 2022 was a blip, but 2021, top 4. 2020, top 4. He's getting top 4s. All right, he hasn't made a grand final yet. I understand that, and people are upset. And I understand about the long tenure. 12 years is a long time to not make a grand final, but he gets us in there. So we got to be happy. It's amazing what he's done. Congratulations, Ken Hinkley, Port Adelaide, for getting there. A lot of people doubted us this year, and we proved them wrong. We're there. We're at top 4. It's up to you boys now what you do with it. So I'm a proud supporter. Did I want Hinkley gone? Look, there's always room for a new change to come through. 12 years is a long time, but if he's getting us to top 4s every year, if he can get us to this year to a flag, mate, stay for another 10. I don't care. I'm just saying, there's a lot of haters out there, and I understand the hate. I get why they don't like him, but you got to give him credit, guys. You got to give him credit for what he's done this year. So, congratulations, Port Adelaide. What a game it was! What a game! I was I was nervous all week, guys. I was nervous. Like, when I say nervous, I was like just thinking about this game all week. I couldn't get out of my mind. It was one of those games I just couldn't wait till it was over because I was just, like, it was just so anxious the whole week. And I'm so glad it's over now. But yeah, going to the game, it was packed. 52,000 people. I can't remember going to a more packed game. Like, I think there's been more at a showdown, but not at a Port one. Well, I can't remember it being that packed at the showdown. Normally get like 45, but to get 52,000 there, it was jam packed. It was awesome. The atmosphere was electric. The game itself was a great game. Like, it was a hard game. It was a hard, tough game, and it could have got, like, in that first quarter. It was up and down. There wasn't a clear favourite there, and then the second quarter, the Crows got a bit on top. Third quarter came. I could see us just getting better and better, and then we caught up to them. I think we were 10 points down at halftime. Third quarter we came, and we got in front. I know the Houston. I'm going to talk about the Houston bump in a sec. And then the fourth quarter we just ran away with it. Now, quick mentions. I thought Butters was amazing. I thought he was best on ground. Thoroughly deserved the showdown medal. Horn Francis was good. I thought our backline was really good. I thought they, to limit them to 58 points, it's working. Taking Radaglia out of that forward line has worked. Out of that back line has worked. Put him in the forward line. I said it before. I've said it for ages. Great work, Port Adelaide, doing that. Zerk Thatcher plays better. Aaliyah plays better, and then you got your other players in there which play really good. So no, defense is fantastic at the moment. I can't fault them. Forward line, look, we do miss Georgiadis in there. We do, and hopefully he comes back this week. But the forward line did struggle a little bit to put a score on, and we did miss a few shots. So, but it was a pressure game, so I understand that it's a one of those things that happens in those pressure games. So it was like finals. It was like finals atmosphere there. I'm going to say first of all, Rochelle, suck shit. You spineless piece of shit. That's what you are, Rochelle. And I'm so glad that they booed you off because that's what you are. And to do the teeth thing, because, mate, come to my bay and you come around my bay, all the Port supporters, we all got our teeth, mate. All our teeth, all right? Now, who cares if we don't have teeth anyway? My grandfather didn't have teeth. He was the biggest legend there was. So we don't give a shit what you think, mate. And plus, have you seen your supporters? They haven't got teeth either, mate. There was a picture of one that didn't have teeth. You malaka. Biggest dick head going around. Look, I like the banter, but when you go for the supporters, it's a bit too far. Keep it real, man. All right? Maybe back it up because you did nothing, mate. What'd you do? Mate, I got more teeth than your disposals and your stupid goal. Mate, all right.
He's not.
So yeah. No, man, I can't. Mate, I've never seen a player be booed like the way he was booed that night. All right, let's get to Houston. Far out. I was sitting there watching this hit. Man, it was a big hit. Have you ever seen what's his name in WWE? Bradshaw, when he does a clothesline? It was like that kind of impact, man. It was like Bradshaw's clothesline, but it wasn't a clothesline, obviously. But the impact was, it was a big hit. Houston, it was a big hit. Unfortunately, today's law, he's going to miss weeks. He's going to miss weeks. He's going to miss weeks. Well, look, they graded it. The AFL MRO graded it careless, not intentional. So he could only get 3 to 4 weeks. If he gets 3 weeks, listen. If he gets 3 weeks, right, then he can play in the grand final. They rated it careless. Now, if you go look at the chart, that's what it is. Minimum 3 weeks. Minimum 3 weeks.
He knocked him out.
It doesn't matter, dude. It wasn't intentional though. It wasn't intentional. That's what it was. That's what they think. That's what they said.
Was he knocked out before he hit the ground though?
I don't know. That's hard to tell.
No, it doesn't matter. He got knocked down, then he hit his head as well. He didn't play the rest of the game.
Man, I'm not saying.
did him hitting his head on the ground knock him out, or was he out before he hit the ground? That's the difference.
After that bump, he looked.
Well, I've been playing it back in slow motion. I can't see a shoulder hitting his head. All I see is the shoulder hit his chest.
Hit the chest.
And then what happened was there was a whiplash effect. He might have been knocked out from the whiplash and then hit the ground, knocked out on the ground. So I don't know, but that's the way I saw it. If someone thinks he hit, like it's blurry to see, but it looks like it's hit his chest. Now, some people were saying
is the bump legal? Is the bump legal, Johnny Carlton?
I personally think, as I said, he didn't have eyes on the ball. He just went straight for the player, and as I said, you've seen results this year already happened. He's going to get more than 3 weeks. It has to be. The player didn't. He couldn't even get off the ground on his own 2 feet. He had to be stretched off. He was gone for like 2 minutes on the ground.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that he's not going to get weeks. I'm not saying that. Like, I understand, like, if you can cuss a player now, like the rule is, you're going to get weeks. I totally accept that. What I'm saying is, people saying that he sniped him, I think that's bullshit. He didn't snipe him, and Ken Hinkley didn't go snipe Rankin. It was a split-second decision, and he decided to bump, which was probably the wrong thing, and he collected him. That was it, right? He's going to pay the price. Now, whether they called it careless or intentional is the big factor, but they've called it careless. The MRO has. Now, what the tribunal does, I don't know. They could give him weeks. To me, I reckon, I know Johnny disagrees with me, I reckon 3 to 4 weeks. That's what I'm going to. Now, if he gets 4 weeks, it's over, right? If he gets 3, then he can play in the grand final. But I don't know what's going to happen. But I looked in the guys.
Houston does have a problem, as they're saying in the chat.
100%. Look, if he, I could see, man, he was so devastated. He did not mean that, man. He's not a thug. He has never been a thug before. All right, so he didn't mean it. He knew what he did wrong. You could see at the end of the game when he was walking off. He looked devastated, man. So. When people say, "Oh, yeah, Ken Hinkley went and told him to do that," what you think he's going to risk his finals chances to play off in potentially a grand final? He's not going to do that, man. It was a split-second decision. He decided to bump, which he shouldn't have, and it is what it is. So, but it was a big bump. He hit him hard, man. He hit him hard, and we'll see what happens.
With you, Chris. I disagree with you, Chris. I personally disagree with you. I think it's minimum 4 weeks. Minimum. I think it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks. I think he could miss next year as well, the first 2 rounds. It's just, I don't know, personally, as what I've seen this year with MRO, it's 4 to 6 weeks. The player didn't come back on the ground. He was stretched it off.
The only reason I say it's minimum 3, because when it's careless, that's what happens. When it's intentional, that's a different story. Like,
but it was intentional.
It wasn't, bro.
He didn't have eyes on the ball.
Dude, it was a split-second decision, man. It was a careless act, and that's what they graded it, man. They've graded it careless. How was it? Look, he was running into him, bro. Like, how? It was a collision. He didn't hit his head. If you see the thing, he went underneath his shoulder. So the whiplash of the hit. Do you understand? That's what I think. Anyway, look, we could sit here and argue about this all day, but to me, to say it's a thug act, well, then you can say bloody Rankin's off the ball thing was a thug act a few weeks ago. You could say that what's his name, the Beast. I thought he cut his beard, man.
Yeah, it looked like he shaved his beard off, but he didn't. So
yeah, well, mate, did you see what he did to Lockie Jones? He tunneled him, and the guy could have broke his neck, man. No one's talking about that, though. You know what I mean? So, and he went off injured as well, Lockie Jones. So, anyway, it is what it is. Now, before I go to the next thing, like the booing. These people, right? They're saying that the Port supporters were booing Rankin when he was going off. They weren't booing, mate. I was clapping. All my bay was clapping, man. I don't know what you guys. Maybe there was some dickheads that were booing, but a lot of the boos that were heard were the Crow supporters booing Horn Francis for marking the ball, and the cheers were for that. It wasn't Do you know what I mean? Like, people say shit that they don't understand. Now, there might have been a section that might have booed it, and they're dickheads. But I clapped. Everyone around me clapped him off. So, and every support, there's dickheads in every supporter base, man. I'm telling you now that every supporter base has them, and it is what it is. But yeah, I'm just letting you know. I'm just setting it straight that the majority of the poor supporters were clapping him off. That's what I'm telling you. All right. Let's go. But yeah, happy that we won. We're locked into top 4. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm gonna be sad to see Houston not play with us for the foreseeable future. It's gonna suck not having him there. You know, he's a good player, and he's kind of. It's hard to replace. We haven't really got anyone as good as him in their backline. So it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt come final. So, but look, we're top 2 at the moment. Can we keep top 2 is another question. So we'll see what they do this week in the West. But the Crows, look, they threw the kitchen sink at us. They did everything they could to win as well. They played well in that first half, especially. I thought Zach Dawson was great. I thought he was a good player for them. And their forward line, I thought their forward line was pretty good in that. You know, they looked pretty dangerous every time they went forward. So, and their back line.
Dawson. Who's Zach Dawson?
Not Zach Dawson. Jordan Dawson.
Jordan Dawson, you Fruit Loop.
Jordan Dawson. Sorry, guys. I lost the plot. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. I'm happy it's over. We won. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. What's it called? 3 weeks, 3 games in a row. They killed us, and now we won. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy, man. So, and J Crom, where are you, man? You're supposed to be wearing this, mate. You're supposed to be wearing this. I wore your stupid scarf for a whole week last week, so we've got to get him on to wear the port scarf. So, all right, King of the North, give us your thoughts, man.
Well, you've wrapped it up pretty well. So I'll just say Horn Francis had a great game. Home Alone had a great game. Tried really hard. Boki, I've never seen, we were saying on the watch along that we've never seen Boki so angry for the whole game. So he was up and about. So that was good to see. Go the pair and hope they knock over Freo and see Houston at Carlton next season.
Oh, get stuffed, man. Keep your hands off our Houston. All right? Keep your hands off, man. Oh, mate. Oh, did you hear it? Yeah, someone saying in the chat that the mascot got punched out. Dude, he got a Crow supporter punched him in the face. So, blood knows. Mate, you know how many fights? There was so... Like, normally I go to the game with my kids and that, and it's really easy. Like, there's no problems. I went to this game and there was fights everywhere. Like, just crazy. It was just nuts. The whole crowd was just crazy, man. It was just a crazy night. Johnny Carlton.
Wow. What a turn of events. What a game. As I said, what a game. Yeah, look, entertaining Saturday night, that's for sure. It was a good game. So wait 1 second. Yeah, no, look, as I said, I thought Adelaide, they have nothing left, right? They're done for. And last week against the Bulldogs, they played really good football. So they rolled the dice, you know. It was a tricky game for Port Adelaide. They needed to win to guarantee a top 4 spot, the Power. So, look, showdown. It's like a Carlton-Collingwood rivalry. It's always heated. You could tell the first 5 minutes players were getting into each other. So, as I said, yeah, but mate, Houston ran into Rankin. It was just prime time, mate. It was prime time football to watch. So, wait 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Before you keep going, do you guys reckon the showdown should have its own prime time slot? Because there's so much drama. Like, you know, you've got it on with Geelong and St Kilda. I think Geelong St Kilda was playing when it was playing. Yeah. Got so much. Yeah. It's got so much drama. Like, it's sort of like the Collingwood Carlton, but of Adelaide. You know what I mean? So like, it needs.
I think it should be as well.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. So,
So
All right, sorry, man. I just wanted to say that. So,
No,
yeah.
as I said, but anyways, 1 second, guys.
Someone keeps calling you, man. Is it Houston?
You're in
It
demand.
better not
The
be
chicks are
Houston.
calling.
It better not be
Yeah,
Houston.
Dan Houston, mate. Dan Houston coming Carlton.
Oh,
But yeah,
no.
as I said, look, as I said, primetime football, it should have been there. Both games were happening. But as I said, yeah, look. Guys, 1 second.
Just take the call, man. Don't worry, I can cut this. It's all good. Take the call.
No,
Yeah,
all
it's so good.
All right.
All good.
He's lost his train. He's lost his train of thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Off topic. But as I said, 1 second, guys. Sorry.
Tony Carlton
She's
is
not giving up.
he's not giving up, man. He's being touted.
Yeah.
I don't reckon
That's
GWS
right.
versus Sydney deserves prime time. It's boring, that game. Yeah, probably Dino. I reckon that's true. But the showdown is just always on, man. Like 9 times out of 10, it's it's a cracker of a game.
But also the people in Melbourne don't care. Like Melbourne supporters of their teams don't care about Adelaide and Port Adelaide, to be honest. So it's like West Coast and Freo playing.
Yeah, I know that, but like it's a cracker of a game all the time. So like, and
It is.
It
But
gets
if you don't have
views.
if you don't have a Melbourne team, if they don't put like 2 Melbourne teams on in Melbourne on Channel 7, then fair enough. But yeah, they'll always put a Melbourne game.
Yeah, sorry. As I said, yeah. No, look, as I said, both teams. Look, as I said, Adelaide wanted to ruin Port Adelaide's season. You know that both teams hate each other. You could obviously tell that on the ground, but yeah, as I said, what you guys said, I think it should be a primetime slot just for them. And yeah, as I said, Power got the win, and now we need Port to win as well for Carlton, Hawthorn, and Bulldogs fans as well this week. So there's a lot of people going for Port Adelaide this week. So as I said, good game, but yeah, Port Adelaide was just too good, and yeah, ever since that Houston hit, it just flicked. Port Adelaide just turned it on, and just yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
well, it did kind of change the game. Like it kind of like, it got the Crows off their game a little bit. I think Port still would have won. I just thought the way they were playing in that third quarter, we looked like we were coming, So, but yeah, look, I want to just say, I don't condone anyone getting like. I don't want to see anyone get rubbed out of the game. It's terrible, and I hope Rankin is doing well and he's recovering, man. Because yeah, it's not nice to see sometimes, So anyway, that is it. Showdown, we won. Happy days. But yeah, if Dan Houston goes to Carlton, mate, I'll be so upset. I'll be upset. So please, Dan, if you're listening, do not go to Carlton. Don't give Johnny Carlton an excuse to cheer for you, all right?
I agree with Figs as well. Figs is saying that he'd like to see the showdown on Channel 7. I would too, because like Port's my second team as well. But it's just like Channel 7 Melbourne they're so like Melbourne centric. So they will take a couple of Melbourne teams over a showdown in Adelaide, unfortunately.
Yeah, but like if you do it on a Friday night, like, have it on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If it's not up against another game, no worries at all. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Always a cracker.
All right. Next game, guys. Sorry that went a bit too long because I just had to say what I had to say. But, all right, St Kilda versus Geelong. 16-11, 107 to 14-5, St Kilda get the chocolates here. They're playing for nothing. Geelong was playing.
Step up, my friend. Take a round of applause, Sad Sandwich. He's
that's
happy
it.
camper.
But Geelong, I mean, does this scare you, Johnny Carlton? I mean, a bit like, does it worry you at all? It has to.
Mate, it worries me a lot, mate. Far out.
Well, they got the job done.
They have come good at the right time of the year. They come good at the wrong time of the year. That's right, for sure.
Saints to roll the Blues. Here we go. So, I didn't watch the game, so I can't comment. I saw some highlights. I saw that Geelong were in front in the first quarter by like 5 goals, and then St Kilda's come back and won the game. So, no, good on the Saints. They've got nothing to play for. Now they come and play like this, far out. This is what the Saints supporters have been crying for all year. But hopefully they can continue this next year. And but big game next week for them as well. For the Blues, they're gonna break some hearts, or they're gonna let the Blues have their way. So it's gonna be interesting. King of the North. I didn't watch this one. Did you have a glance at this one at all?
I was watching the score tick over as we were doing the watch along on the other games.
Yeah.
Geelong were in front for most of the game, and then St Kilda just came at the end. So they've managed to do this a few times now. And a couple of weeks ago, when they played that outstanding game where they just destroyed Melbourne, and they've just come again. So there is something really good with St Kilda, the way they play, and I think it's just getting used to playing that way. So once they get it down pat, we'll look out. So congratulations to the Saints. Good on you, Sad Sandwich. I know you're a big Saints supporter. So well done, and I hope you lose next week.
Well, you know what? Johnny Carlton did warn us about Geelong a few weeks ago. He did say, Johnny, that sometimes Geelong are not as good as everyone thinks they are, and it proved. They proved it on the Saturday night. So, Johnny, what are you going to say, man? Like, as I said, you look a bit worried about St Kilda. But what do you think of Geelong, man?
Look, as I said, worrying signs for the Cats. As I said, they can beat, like, you should have seen 2 weeks ago when they versed Adelaide. I thought there would be. I thought Adelaide should have won that game as well. But then when they versed Freo last week, they just looked like a completely different team. Look, different weeks you get a different side of a team. And as I said, look, Geelong started off beautifully. I didn't watch most of the game because I was watching the showdown. But as I said, St Kilda's second half was absolutely phenomenal. 14 goals in the second half to Geelong's, I think it was only like 4. But yeah, look, Saints. Ross said a couple of weeks ago he wants to be the Grinch, and he didn't want to take Geelong's top 4 spot. As I said, Geelong can still make top 4. They can still lock it in this week after a win. But yeah, they got to wait another week, unfortunately. But yeah, the Saints, they're on fire, and they're gonna want to ruin Carlton's season this Sunday. I can guarantee that. If they can't make finals, they want to ruin another team's finals chances. So the Saints are going to be up and about on Sunday. If Carlton don't bring their A game, then Carlton have to rely on Port Adelaide. So,
pressure's on, man.
No, Saints, they looked good in the second half. St Kilda, they as I said, they went all in. They had nothing to lose. So yeah, see what happens when you have nothing to lose. They just took the game on, and yeah, great win by the Saints. So
it was a great
Johnny
win.
Carlton, can you just give Aiden Hatton a shout out, because he's a Bagger supporter.
Shout out to Aiden. Yes, Aiden. Shout out to you, mate. Thank you for yesterday and everything. So
well done, Aiden. What did he do? He helped you out somewhere, or?
Yeah, came in the TikTok last night.
Okay, cool.
Talking there. Yeah, spoke to me last week. So yeah, shout out to Aiden. So
yeah, and thanks for everyone coming
Aiden.
in. Thanks for everyone in TikTok as well that's come in tonight and joined us here tonight, guys. Still got a lot to go, so stay with us. So, all right. Well, for me, quickly, Geelong, I think I don't know. They're going to struggle. I think they could, if they make top 4, it could be straight sets, but
I reckon it'll be straight sets too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy as well while we're doing shout outs, Johnny Carlton.
everyone wants a shout out. Jeez.
Everyone wants a shout out.
Do you think Paul will beat Freo? Look, we will do our tips after we review this round. So stick around, guys. So after we review, we're going to check the ladder, and then there's a poem as well. So stick around for the poem, guys. All right. Next game, guys. Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. This was the first Sunday game. Far out Bulldogs, after their embarrassing loss last week to the Crows, came back out and did what they had to do and just demolished North Melbourne. Now, I know Sheasel is out, and yeah, when a player of that caliber is out for North Melbourne, they're going to struggle, man. So it was what we thought it was, 2018, 138 to 66-42. Gentlemen, I did not watch this one because I was at work, but King of the North, did you have a glimpse?
I didn't have a glimpse. Now I was watching the scores, and it was the good Bulldogs who turned up and made a mess of North Melbourne. And when you lose your key player like that, then they just struggled, and Bulldogs are just a class above them. Many classes above them, and got the job done. So,
yep,
pretty much three big blowouts on Sunday. So.
Yep, Johnny Carlton. Good Bulldogs are back.
Yeah, the good Bulldogs, they're back. They came out. They showed their muscles. I thought even if Sheasel played, it wouldn't have done nothing. Bulldogs just were too good. Sam Darcy, mate, he's becoming a star. That kid. 7 goals. He turned it up. Him, Jamar, and Norton. They're dangerous down there. So, and then you got your smalls down there too. But as I said, mate, Bulldogs, they're up and down. Obviously, last week it was disappointing to Adelaide, but yeah, they came out this week and they just showed their muscles. And they said, "Oh, we're worried about our percentage." Not anymore. So I think they're safe now. I don't see them losing this week to GWS. I think it's in Ballarat. Bulldogs know how to play there, and I just feel like I just feel like GWS just need a loss before the finals as well. So, but as I said, they could lose, and if Freo win and Bulldogs lose, then they're out of the 8-2, unless Carlton and Hawthorn win as well. But as I said, I just think, Bulldogs, they were just brilliant on Sunday afternoon, and North Melbourne didn't have an answer for them as well. So yeah, good doggies, and I reckon they'll be there, mate. They could be a sneak to win it as well. So.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the predictor today, and it said that the Doggies will probably play the Hawks. So that'll be interesting game.
So, yeah.
And I don't think we've been asked in the chat who we think is going to win the premiership. I don't think any of them. So.
It's hard to know, man.
Early days.
It's hard to predict. Yeah. It's hard to predict. But all right. Next game, guys. Hold on a sec. So, all right. The Hawks versus Richmond. Another blowout, guys. Another blowout. 19-17, 131 to 10-8, 68. Hawthorn get the chocolates there. They just romped them. I think it was 9 goals to 1 in that first quarter. They are on fire. They're going to be a real threat come September. Their forward line is... I really like their forward line with Chol, Gunston. Who's the other guy? I can't remember the other guy. Yeah.
And Bruce off the bench as well.
Yeah. They look good. Their forward line looks really good. Their midfield runs hard. Maybe their defense is maybe their weakness. I guess maybe like if you're a good team that can score as well. Like you could score against them. But their attack is really good. So. Hawks are coming. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the finals. Richmond, I mean, they've won the wooden spoon. There's not much to say about Richmond. Rebuilding. So if you're a Richmond fan, you just have to wait. I mean, you had your glory days, so let us have ours. That's what I'm saying. All right, King, what do you think of this one, man?
Yep, it was, did the watch along for this one, and thank you for everybody who came in as well. As you know, I've been watching the Hawks for quite some time, doing a lot of watch alongs for the Hawks, and got a soft spot for the Hawks. I really like the way they play. They came out and just demolished Richmond in the first quarter, 9-1, I think it was. 9 goals, 1 in the first quarter, 9 goals, 2 in the first quarter. The game was over pretty much. And Richmond did come back. Up in the second quarter, but and then they just run away with it again. But they had to get a really good percentage. I think they only got the 99. So did they get to 99 or 100? And what did they get? Did they get over 100?
Who? Hawks.
Hawks, yeah.
Yeah, 131.
131. That's right. Yeah. So they just run away with it. And the Wiz. I just seen that in the chat. The Wiz is just sensational. He's all over the ground. He gets the small forwards running. He gets momentum going in that team. They hunt around together. They tackle hard. They hunt hard. So they're just a really good side. You don't want to be playing the Hawks. If I think they're going to secure top 7, number 7 spot in the top 8, and you don't want to be playing the Hawks and in the finals. There's no way. They are such a good team, and they have gelled so well as a young team, and they're being coached so well that they are coming big time.
Yeah, 100%. 100% they're coming. And quick comment, Baz goes, it's embarrassing. What do you say? Rochelle, what we said to Rochelle, the Rochelle slander is embarrassing by Port fans. Mate, I don't give a shit. He's a dickhead, and he deserves everything he got. So, yeah. Stick it up his ass. That's what I say to Rochelle, mate. All right. Johnny Carlton, what do you think of the Hawks, man?
Just quickly, shout out to Dragon Knight Redmone, whatever how you say that name. So, yeah, shout out to that. Look, the Hawks are very exciting to watch. I saw them last week in person. The way they move the ball was very exciting. As I said, they're well coached. It's crazy to think that at the start of the year they were 0-5, and now they're playing finals. Well, they're one game away from playing finals. It's crazy to see. But as I said, look, I think they've gelled well as well. I think their youngsters are coming in. I think Watson and Ginnivan in the forward line just giving some spark. I think Charles been a good target down there. Deer's becoming a star. Their back line as well. I think Massimo D'Ambrosio from Essendon to Hawthorn, that was a brilliant move by the Hawks. Stole him as well. He could be an all-Australian wingman if he keeps going. So, as I said, the only worry I see with Hawthorn is their youth. They're in the finals. They're probably going to be the youngest team there. When it comes to a big stage, can they cope with it? But as I said, they've been phenomenal ever since the early rounds, ever since that Port Adelaide game, when they lost with under a goal. Ever since then, they've been phenomenal, and they've been exciting to watch. So, yeah, look, I think Hawthorn's going to be there in September. I think they'll beat North Melbourne this week, and so I think it'll be Bulldogs Hawthorn. That'll be a good game to watch. So,
yeah. 100%. Hawks are coming, guys. Hawks are coming. All right, this is the game that I want to talk about because the Johnny Carlton and the King of the North, it's their team, and they were on during the week. They were on the ropes. They lost what? 9 players? Was it 9 players? You lost
7.
7. Sorry,
9.
7 players. 9.
9.
I thought. All right, so you lost 9 players. West Coast have been playing reasonably well. They look like they've got a bit of momentum going West Coast. I thought McGovern has been playing well. And I was just thinking to myself, I was telling the King about it. Okay, where are they going to score their goals from? Like, I know Akers is there, but, they haven't got their tall timbers, and, they're going to struggle. And West Coast are just going to take the game at their home ground. But it wasn't the case, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't the case. It was, this was a score, 4-10, 34 to 14, 15, 99. Carlton absolutely demolished them. West Coast had no answers for Carlton. In the beginning of the game, I did notice that West Coast were on top a little bit, and basically Carlton just had to restructure the way they were going into side 50 because they knew they didn't have the tools. So they had to change. They shifted it a little bit, and there was more short kicks. There wasn't as many bombs going forward like they normally do, and they always found. And they ran harder. Cripper was amazing. They look good. They look good. What can I say, man? They look good. So there's still a chance, Carlton, to make it. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, you guys were up all year, right? And if you didn't beat West Coast, it would have been such a sad story for Carlton if they didn't beat West Coast this week. So I'm glad they did it for you guys because you guys you fans deserve it.
We're not there yet, mate.
We're not yet there, but you had to do something after those. Was it 4 losses in a row? 3 losses.
3 losses.
After those 3 losses, you had to respond against West Coast over there, and you did. And now you're still in a chance to come in. So congratulations to Carlton. West Coast, I mean, they're still building. Still building. So if you're a West Coast supporter, you just got to be patient. But they'll come good. They're just got to find a coach. Can they find a coach? I don't know. No one wants to coach him. No one wants to move over there. So hopefully they can find a good coach and good future ahead for them. But yeah, well done to Carlton. King of the North. Your team, Carlton. Are you happy with what you saw, man?
Of course I was. I knew this was going to happen. Tuesday night, 4 days before, I made a prediction that Johnny Carlton was going to put me in a mental asylum for. And I tipped Carlton by 60. And can you just let us know how much they won by, Chris C? How much was it?
It was
65.
Yeah,
65.
65.
There we go.
You got it.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
65.
my only,
Correct.
I am the worst tipper in AFL history. So I can't tip a winner for the life of me. So that was just a good call by me. So I'll take the credit for that one. They started out their old ways in the first 5 to 10 minutes. Carlton started out the same way as they did every other week, and then thank God they changed the way they played. And it was like it's the first time I've seen them change the way they play. But their pressure was good. They then started to just do shorter passes. The small forwards had some kicks from the 50-metre line and the 40-metre. They couldn't reach the goals. So they then went, okay, we're going to get closer. So they made some really good choices during the game and changed their game style. But their pressure was the thing that shut West Coast down. So congratulations to them for that. And really, West Coast had nothing. Like, they didn't score many points at all. The all over the field, they kept them shut down. Harley Reid has still got a massive anger issue as well. He wants to fight all the time instead of, play the game. Gave away free kicks again. Thank you very much. That's good. But he just can't control his anger sometimes. So that's something he's got to work on. He's young, I get it, but yeah. Gave away some stupid free kicks and we capitalised on that. But well done, Carlton. Take that into the next game against Freo, and who knows?
St Kilda.
It'll be good.
St Kilda, you mean?
We got St Kilda.
St Kilda. Sorry, St Kilda. I was getting ahead of myself.
Not Freo.
Not Freo. No, St Kilda.
All right, Johnny Carlton.
Yeah, good on you.
Give us the lowdown, man. How you feeling? And you look like you got optimism in your eyes, man. I can see it in your eyes. It's like, last week you were very very disappointed, and you didn't give your team much of a chance, but things change. I told you just have to wait. You're playing West Coast, you can win. So you won. How do you feel, man?
Yeah, look, I was not expecting this result, to be honest. Not by that much. Look, I tipped us during the week, but I wasn't confident. If West Coast beat us, I knew that was going to happen. There was a chance that they were going to beat us. They're home ground. They've won 2 in a row. I know they're 15th on the ladder, but as I said, I just thought anything could happen. But yeah, look, Charlie, Harry, Sard, all going down midweek. After the Hawthorn game, it was just injury crisis for the Blues, and I'm like, Matt Kennedy playing full forward. Like, what the hell's going to happen here? This is going to be a disaster. But look, they stood up. They were. I was very proud of them. They from the first bounce, they knew what they wanted. It was do or die. We win this. We make the 8. We focus on next week. Cripper, he wants to be there. You know how bad he wants to be there. He did everything he could. He basically put everything on his shoulders in the first quarter, and he goes, boys, we're taking these 4 points. Come along. So, yeah, look, where was the goals going to come from? Well, here enter Brody Kemp. No one thought Brody Kemp was going to kick 4 goals. If you put money on that, well, you're probably a millionaire, because no one thought Brody Kemp was going to kick 4 goals. But Brody Kemp, he led well. He played the forward really well as well. everyone's saying keep him forward. But I just feel like we played better without Harry Mackay, to be honest. I don't know. As I was saying before we got on live, I just thought we played better without Harry. It's 2 games now that we've played really well without Harry. I don't know. Will it be an issue coming towards finals? Is Harry really in our best 22? As I said, the boys they lowered their eyes. They used the corridor a bit more. And yeah, it was just a satisfying win. And now we focus on to Sunday against St Kilda, which I'll be there. But as I said, it was must win, and the boys got it over and done. And they do this to me every year, man. They make me disappointed, and then they give me hope. And now I'm hoping again, and I'm believing again, and I'm like, and I just feel like I'm gonna this team. I'm believing in my team again, and now they're gonna probably give me nightmares on Sunday when I don't know. Just it's as I said, 1 week at a time. If we beat the Saints, it's most likely we're going to the Gabba to Brisbane. So I don't even know if I want to make the finals, to be honest. I do not want to go to Brisbane and beat versus Brisbane at the Gabba. But look, happy boy on Sunday night. Happy boy for now. Next Sunday, St Kilda 3:20 will be there. And if the boys just played how we did like yesterday, then we could be there in September. So
yeah. No, well, you guys still have a chance, and you might be on a thread, but it's there. So you gotta have hope. You gotta have hope, Johnny. You gotta have hope.
I do, and to be honest, the best thing about this outcome is that Collingwood are officially done. They are officially over. They're not playing finals. Carlton ruined their chances. Bye-bye. We'll see you next year. They can still make it, but they need a lot of things to go their way. But as I said, they're done. We'll see you next year. I've got a poem for them soon, so can't wait to read that. But yeah, as I said, happy Carlton supporter knocking out Collingwood as well. So
let me ask you this: is it a better feeling that you knocked Collingwood out of the finals, or when you lost to them a few weeks ago? Like, what would you rather have won, or this? And them knocking you and then knocking you out of the finals. What would you rather?
Yeah, look, not seeing Collingwood in September makes me smile, to be honest. So I rather us kicking out Collingwood, to be honest. Don't want to see those toothless guys in September. So we'll see you next year. They won a flag. Enjoy it. Now you can F off. So you and Nick Dacos can enjoy your holidays now. So
there's so much toothless aggression these days. Far out.
Love it, mate. Love it.
Jeez.
Love it.
What's wrong? I mean, nothing wrong with missing your teeth, man. There's nothing wrong with it. Far out. Anyway, well, that is your round, guys. That is the review of the round 23. What a round it was.
What a review it was. Wow.
What a review it was. I mean, yeah. So thank you everyone that came in. That's in the TikTok. We're gonna look at the ladder now. For some reason, I must have deleted the ladder, so I'm just bringing it on. Guys, here's the ladder. Now you can see the ladder on TikTok as well, guys. You can't see the numbers because I couldn't fit them in, but look, Sydney Swans are first. They look like they're going to win that minor premiership. Port Adelaide second, so I'm pretty happy with that. But on percentage, GWS on the same points as Port Adelaide with 60, with 111%. Geelong is in the top 4 at fourth on 56 points. Brisbane just below them, 54. Western Bulldogs 52. Hawthorn 52, and Carlton are back in the 8, ladies and gentlemen. They are back. So Fremantle now sits in 9th. Collingwood for 10th. So 11th is Essendon. Melbourne's 12th. 13th St Kilda. 14th Gold Coast. Bottom 4 rounds out. Adelaide Crows 15th. West Coast Eagles are 16th. North Melbourne 17th. And Richmond are the Wooden Spooners for 2024. Guys, any surprises there before we move on?
Wow, Carlton back in the 8. How crazy is that? We could be out of the 8 by the end of the week, but back in the 8 for this week, and it's there, mate. We're 1 week to go. 1 week.
I know.
You know what? It's just crazy how Carlton, if Carlton lose, we can still make the 8 if Port win. It's just crazy how we can lose and still make the 8.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Alrighty.
I'm surprised with Port Adelaide being second. Like I can't believe it. I'm just dumbfounded. But King, before we go, anything surprise you there, man?
Just the impact that Petrarca had on Melbourne. So for them to end up so far down the ladder, for him going out, it's just a bit disappointing for the Melbourne supporters. But not disappointing not that disappointing because they don't turn up to watch their team. So cop that, Melbourne.
I know.
Let's get to the bloody MCG and support your team.
No worries. And Nikki goes, thanks for reading it out. No worries, man. That's what I do. I read. It's more for our YouTube because we're recording this for YouTube, guys. So that's why we're doing it too. So when we're doing it, there's a graphic on that can't see our face, and that's why we're talking about it. So, but on TikTok it's a bit different. All right,
he's a wordsmith as well.
I'm a words guy. I'm a words guy. Anyway, guys, it is banana of the week. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
All right, Here we go, guys. Johnny Carlton's. Where is it? Banana. Here we go. Johnny Carlton's banana of the week. Johnny Carlton, what is it? Who's your banana, man?
Johnny Carlton's round 23 banana of the week goes to Port Adelaide's Dan Houston.
Oh, wow, he's got the banana.
Yeah, Dan Houston is my banana of the week. You are absolute banana. You have officially ruined your final series and your grand final. All you had to do was play the game. All you had to do, but no, you did a banana thing and knocked our ranking. I know a lot of people wanted to see that, but still, you ruined your final series. So and you ruined your chances of winning a granny. So, Dan Houston, you are my banana of the week.
That's fair.
There we go.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
That is fair.
All right.
Now we've got a poem as well.
Who's the poem for first?
Collingwood
supporters, if you're in there, get into the chat.
Hey, take a seat, get back,
relax,
get your drink, relax. Here we come.
Before we go, thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for the roses. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for the gift, guys, and thank you for the follows.
The poem to Collingwood from Johnny Carlton. You ready? All right. Last year, you guys won the flag, but all you're doing this year is packing your bags. I spoke to a guy called Ali today, and all he told me is that the Collingwood Army are going to Bali. How surprising. Today, I was working under the table, and I looked underneath, but the only thing I could find was Collingwood's teeth. Crazy. Hey, Carlton fans, why are you smiling? What's the reason? Oh, not much. We just ruined Collingwood's season. Wow. There's the second page.
Oh God.
I heard Brody Kemp was called a joke this week. The only thing I saw was Collingwood choke. I saw Nick Dacos writing down some tips. Must have been watching Patrick Cripps. I'd rather look at the sun instead of you absolute scum. Carlton's time is here. We'll see you Fruit Loops next year.
There we go.
It was clever. I did like it.
The poet has spoken.
The poem has spoken. Just a quick poem.
OX18D3774. Worst poem. Typical.
No, haters, mate. Collingwood haters.
Oh, jeez. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys are getting pumped first round. Good one. All right. That was great. I liked it. I really did. So, all right. So we're going to do our tips now, guys. So if you want to put your tips in as we go, put it into the chat. It'll be nice to see everyone's tips as well. So, all right, round 24. Last round of we're here.
Can you talk about GWS, please? Did we mention GWS in the top three? Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about GWS earlier in the show. So
yeah. There we go.
Are we ready to do fixtures?
Yeah. All right. Let's do fixtures. Let's go. Johnny Carlton. He's the man. Let's go.
All right, put your tips in the in the chat as well on TikTok and YouTube.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Round 24, the last round of the home and away season. Friday night, Melbourne take on Collingwood. Chris C, you going the D's, or you think the Pies can end 2023 with a win? What do you reckon?
I like the way Melbourne played on the weekend, but I think Collingwood. I think they're going to be too good. I think we're going to see them play their best game. I reckon it's going to be a close game actually, but I think Collingwood will just win. It'll be close. I reckon 5 points Collingwood.
Close game. King, Collingwood, Melbourne.
Collingwood by 2 goals.
No worries, and I'm going Collingwood as well. I just think they're going to end their season on a win, and I think Nick Dacos is just going to kill them. All right, Saturday, first game, 1:45. It's in Geelong. The Cats tag on the Eagles. Can Geelong lock in a top 4 spot, Chris C?
Yes, they can. It's at JHMBA Stadium, whatever it's called, Cattery.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not going to lose there to the West Coast. They look pretty ordinary against Carlton. So yeah, they should get a win and top 4 and secure a top 4 spot.
King.
Yep, Cats will bounce
Geelong.
back.
Yep.
Geelong.
All right. Yep, I'm going Geelong too. Can't go wrong with that. All right, the next game, 2:10. We got last place Richmond taking on the Gold Coast Suns.
At the MCG.
Chris C. MCG.
Gotta look. Richmond.
Gold Coast haven't played at the MCG this year, so
You know what? I'm gonna go Richmond because it's their last game. They want to do it for their fans. Their fans are gonna rock up, and they're gonna beat Gold Coast, but it'll be close. I reckon about 5-10 points.
King of the North, Tigers or the Suns?
I think I might go the Tigers as well for this one.
I think it's Dusty's farewell match as well. I think they're going to farewell Dusty off as well. I think the Tigers are going to get the win as well. Next game, we're going to Tasmania in Launceston. The Hawks take on the North. Chris C, can the Hawks win?
Oh yeah, they can win. They can win. They'll flex. They'll flex. And I think they're going to finish either. Can they go? It depends what the Bulldogs do, but 6th or 7th place. Hawthorn, unbelievable from where you came from. Lost your first 5 games of the year, and Hawks to flex and get ready for finals. So Hawthorn for me.
King of the North, the Hawks.
Another over 100-point win for the Hawks.
100 points. Yeah. Jeez, okay.
Over 100. They'll score over 100.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Hawthorn too. I just think the Hawks are just too good. All right. Saturday night, the Lions take on the Bombers. Chris C, can the Lions win this?
Yes, I think what I saw of the Bombers last week, they just couldn't get it done, and Brisbane are going to be filthy after that loss to Collingwood. So Brisbane by I reckon 5 to 7 goals.
King, the Lions or the Bombers?
Brisbane want to lock up can they lock up a top 4 spot with a win?
They need Geelong to lose.
Oh, do they? Okay. Well, I think they're gonna want to win this one, so I'll go Brisbane.
And I'm going the Lions too. I think the Lions are gonna kill the Bombers. All right, the other Saturday night game is top of the table Swans take on the Adelaide Crows. Chris C.
I want the Crows to win, but because of but I can't tip the Crows, so you know that I can't. So it's Sydney for me because I can't stand the Crows. But to maybe catch them, but I don't think we will because of the percentage. But Sydney for me, guys. They have to win. If they don't beat the Crows at home before finals, then there's something seriously wrong with Sydney. So Sydney.
King, Swans or the Crows?
I think the showdown's going to take a lot out of the Crows, and Sydney will get a nice, easy win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Carlton's bowl call of the week.
Roll call.
Hold on. Putting up the graphic. All right, go.
Johnny Carlton's bowl call of the week. I personally think the Swans are guaranteed top first. They've locked it in. I think they're going to rest some players. They're going to bring in some youth. And I think the Crows, they're just going to try to go one more game. And I think the Crows are just going to win. But Sydney are going to guarantee top spots. So I think the Crows are going to pull an upset. So,
Well, there we go.
Wow, there we go.
all right. Sunday, first game in Ballarat. The Dogs take on the Giants.
Massive
Can the Dogs
game.
take down the Tsunami, Chris C?
Massive game.
Because it's in Ballarat, yes. Bulldogs, I think in Ballarat are a different prospect. I don't think. When's the last time GWS played in Ballarat? Did they play last year? I don't know, but they just know how to play that ground, and I think they're good enough to beat GWS. I'm going the Dogs, but it'll be close. It'll be a close game, but yeah, Dogs for me. Oh,
King, you think the Tsunami can be brought down?
Wait, Matt reckons Giants won there last year. Jeez.
I think they maybe.
Anyway, I'm going
King,
Dogs.
King.
I'm like here in Ballarat. Yeah.
You think the Dogs can take down the Tsunami?
Do we get the good dogs or the bad dogs? I think the Giants might finish the season off very nicely and lock in a solid top 4 spot.
Well, they really locked it in, but all right.
I know, but even lock it in even harder.
All right, no worries. I'm going the Dogs. I just think they're there. I think it's in Ballarat. It's Bulldogs' home ground. I just think the Dogs. I think Giants are due for a loss before finals, anyways. So they've won 7 in a row. I feel like it's time for a loss. Now, Sunday, the game that everyone's going to be watching. Sunday, 3:20. The Blues take on the Saints. Chris C, do you believe in the Blue Baggers, or do you think the Saints are going to ruin Carlton's season?
Oh, because the Saints played so well last week, but then the week before they played so shit. It's hard to read, man. It's very hard to read. This game is so hard. I'm going the draw. I'm going the draw. I've never tipped a draw, man. I can't pick it. I can't pick this one. I don't know. Because Carlton's got players out. I don't know who's coming in. And then St Kilda played a killer game. So I don't know, man.
If Blues draw and Freo win, does Carlton still make finals? Because Freo on 50 and Carlton on 52, so Carlton will go to 54. But Freo, if they win, it depends on percentage.
It depends on the percentage.
Oh, they have a way better percentage than us. But no, it can't be a draw for it. Okay, you go on the draw. Well, Carlton will be out of the 8 then if it's a draw.
No, it won't. We're going to beat Freo. Relax.
King of the North. The Blues or the Saints?
Carlton by 36 points.
36 points. Jeez. All right.
I'm going the Blues too. I'm going the Blues, but I don't think it's going to be more than 2 goals. I think it's going to be a game to the end. Now, to end the home and away season, everyone's going to be watching this. The Hawks, the Dogs, and the Blues are going for Port Adelaide. Can the Power win for us, Chris C? Can the Power win for you? Can they finish top 2 and guarantee a home final? Can the Power take down the Dockers in Perth?
Look, guys, I lived in Perth for 6 years. 6 years I was there, and I went to every Port game that they came over. I saw one win in 6 years. One win. So it's very hard to win over there. I know how hard it is. And that win was a final, by the way. That was the 2014 semi-final. In saying that, we're good enough to win over there. If Georgiades comes back, it's a big boost. Yes, we've lost Houston, so it's a big loss. But, if you can cover him with maybe Williams or Burden. Look, I'm going to back my team. I'm going to back my team to win. I think it'll be closer than anyone. It's going to be a close game, but I think we're going to win by 3-4 points. It's going to be a close one. But I'm just backing my team.
I'll have a heart attack. I'll have a heart attack.
I'm just backing my team because I love my team. They're second on the ladder. I've got to back them, but it's going to be tough. Freo are good over. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. All right. So, yeah, it could go either way, but I'm going for it.
King, can the Power take down the Dockers?
The Power by 3 goals.
I am a Port Adelaide supporter this week too. Calm the Pair. I think the Pair are winning this. Please, for Carlton, Hawthorn and Bulldogs' sake, go the Pair. I think Power are winning this too, and Carlton are playing September footy, ladies and gentlemen. Go the Pair.
Oh look, I'm still nervous, but like it is what it is, guys. If we can do it, I mean that's a second spot. If not, we'll go probably third. I'm thinking third, and then we have to probably play. If the Giants win, then we'll probably have to play them over there. So yeah, the ladder's not yet fixed, and it's going to be a very interesting finish. But yeah, I'm excited. Thanks, guys, for watching today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel. Check out our merch, guys. HFDmyspreadshop.com.au for all your HFD merch. Before we go, guys, Johnny Carlton, King of the North, any last words?
We will be back on Friday night, Saturday night, and possibly a triple header on Sunday for watch-alongs on YouTube. So HFD Media for a couple and HFD Footy for probably 1 or 2. So, yeah, make sure you join us for that. But a massive Sunday will be had with 3 games. So come and join us for that, and Friday and Saturday night.
No worries, Johnny Carlton. Any last words, man?
Carlton, if you're listening, please.
And I'm going to say, Port, you can do it. This is your best chance to a premiership. I know you've lost Houston, but don't worry. It's all going to be all right. Just play the way you've been playing, and a win can come. So here we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Spike your hair. We'll see you next time. Come on the Power.